Hi friends, it's Deanna here today, and today we're going to be talking about fabric. Fabric. I know that sometimes when we're working on a project, we're like, oh, what kind of fabric should I use for this? And is this the fabric I need? And usually when we're shopping online, we can find better prices, but we're like, how does this even look? So I'm gonna show you just a few different types of fabrics that I've got here, what they look like, their stretch, and then if you have any questions about any of them, you can go ahead and ask me, and I can help you with that. I've teamed up with Olga's Closet, and she sent me a whole bunch of fabrics. Thank you, Olga. And I'm just too excited to show you. So let me show you. All right, we're gonna start with a section that I really love, which is sweater knit. Now the thing about sweater knit is that it can come in all different kinds of feels because it's just a broad area. It's called sweater knits. So a lot of times you have to make sure when you're using a sweater knit, when you're picking a sweater knit, whatever you want, that you actually look at what they look like on the website and the description, because I've got this gorgeous sweater knit, lovely stretch. It is soft. It is a little bit heavier than some other sweater knit. So this one is gorgeous. And then I've got this more of a cable knit like sweater knit. So as you can see, it's still a sweater knit. It's still a little bit heavier. It's got some good stretch, but it looks a lot different. It's not as heavy. This is thinner sweater knit. Then I've got this other sweater knit. Again, it's got that feel of the sweater knit, but it is stretchy. It's got glorious stretch, and it is soft on the outside. It is so beautiful. I actually love this one. This is such a beautiful sweater knit. And then I've got this really thin brushed sweater knit. So I love the brushed sweater knit. It just means that part of it has been brushed, so it's super soft. It's almost like somebody took a brush to it and like actually brushed the fibers, so they're like kind of soft and cuddly. This is another sweater knit. Again, this one's got a great stretch because this one's a lighter form of sweater knit. So with sweater knits, you really kind of have to base it on individual bases. You have to kind of look at the pictures and see the stretch. So probably not much help with that one. At least you can see these sweater knits. Then kind of close to the sweater knit family is the Hachi sweater knit. This is soft on the outside. It's like a brushed feel on the outside. It's a nice soft kind of feel, and it is not fuzzy on the inside. It's just a straight sweater knit like on the inside. It's got great stretch, and it's not super heavy. So I love Hachi for like more like sweater like things when I don't want them to be heavy, because this is not very heavy. It's kind of thin. And then comes French terry. Now French terry in itself there can be a lot of variations of it. Some places it's thicker, some places have more stretch, and some places have less. So you really have to also look at that. But the thing about French terry is that they always has these loops in the back. These loopy things in the back that are really neat. I love the feel of that. And I love how it is smooth on the outside. If you see that, the outside part is smooth. The inside has got the loops, unless it says reverse French terry, which sometimes there is reverse French terry, which means that the loops are on the outside. And it's got great stretch. And it is really great for using for like hoodies or something like that. Also, it's a thinner kind of sweater knit. So if you want something really thick for a hoodie, I would go with more of a thicker sweater knit. But I love these for just regular everyday wear hoodies or tops or anything like that. I just love French terry. It's one of my favorites. And I love it for kids too. For like kids loungewear, I love French terry for that too. Then we're gonna go ahead and move on to this is a stretch velvet. Look at that. So I love how velvet has got that like glossy look to it, and we wanna pet it the right way. We're going the wrong way. Because if you pet it the right way, it's super soft. If you pet it the wrong way, it's not very soft because the hair is going down. So make sure when you're sewing velvet, you sew it the right way. So it's petting it down. Then we move on to the texture knits. I love texture knits. So we'll start with a waffle. This is the waffle knit, and you can see it's got like this waffle look to it, you know, like makes you hungry because it looks like a waffle. Not really, I guess. I don't know. It's got great stretch. It's a thinner fabric. It's a little bit see-through, but it's not really very see-through when you put it on, but it is a little bit see-through if you're holding it up in the air. It's great for like lightweight dresses, lightweight tops. I also love this for like little kid stuff. It's really, really cute. It's very drapey and sweet, and it is super, super soft. So I love, love, love waffle knit. It's not the greatest for something that's heavier because it has a lot of stretch and it might sag. So like something loosier and flowy is what I would use for the with the waffle knit. And then there's the ribbed knit. Now rib knit, there's different kinds of rib knit, and I think there's another rib knit here. So yes, this is a brushed rib knit. So the rib knit, it's got those lines in it. So it's that texture line. It's soft and drapey. This is a brushed rib knit, so it feels a little bit thicker because it's got that brushed feel to it on the outside. And this is just a regular rib knit, so it's a little bit thinner, and it's got the ribs are smaller too in size comparing to this thicker rib on here. But they're both very lightweight fabrics for like t-shirt like or flowy dresses or tops, cardigans and stuff like that. They're great for, but some of the brushed rib knit, the heavier, is also good for bottoms, you know, like lighter weight bottoms too. So I love that. And then somewhere in between is the Pointelle. And this is a Pointelle, and it is like a cross. I would say it's a rib Pointelle. I would say it's like a cross between a rib knit and a waffle knit. And it is so light. It's very, very light fabric. It's it just, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like a light, almost like a light tissue-like fabric. Soft, light, airy, perfect for more like summer fabric. I love that too. Then another texture ribbed is this eyelet. Now this is a stretch eyelet. Obviously the reason why it's an eyelet is because it's got the little eyelet holes on it. Now if you're using an eyelet, I would recommend you get some lining fabric. One second. Here is some lining fabric. It's very thin, it's drapey, it's got stretch, and it's usually cheaper than just a regular fabric. So instead of lining it with just your regular fabric, sometimes lining fabric is great. So that's great for like if you're making a dress or something and you want it to do like a lining on it. That is what you use your lining for. So that is great. It's a great combination, the two of them. Now we're gonna move on to more of a heavier fabric. This is the, this one is a, let me make sure, bullet, yes. It's a bullet, as you can see, look at that wonderful texture. I love the texture of bullet. And it is a heavier fabric, more structured. So this is great for like structured jackets. It's great for skirts and more structured dresses. It's not gonna drape and hang on your body as much. It's gonna lay a little bit away from your body, which is great for some dresses and stuff. So I love that. And then also in the same type of family, it's right here. Whoop, I dropped another piece of fabric. This is the Techno Crepe. And this is also thicker. It doesn't have as much of a texture as this one does, but it's still more of a heavier fabric. And in that same family, I don't have it here with me, there's also Liverpool, and some other fabrics that are a little bit heavier like this. I love the heavier fabrics for when I'm making more structured patterns, so I love that. I also have some stretch lace. I love the stretch lace. We know what stretch lace is. Stretchy, great stretch, and it is super drapey and lovely. So that's a great fabric to put overlay with everything. And I love that there's stretch lace because there is just regular non-stretch lace and you can't add it to everything. But with stretch lace, I love making sleeves to an outfit or overlay on top of another fabric for that, just that extra look. And then last but not least is double brush poly. So we all love double brush poly. Double brush poly has a great stretch It's awesome, awesome stretch. It is buttery soft. Literally, it feels so soft to your skin. If you check out some leggings, a lot of leggings, tights have that buttery soft. It's usually made with double brush poly because it's super, super soft. The one thing that people complain about it is it can be a little bit warm to wear. I don't really have a whole lot of issue because I don't get super hot, but if it's like summertime outside, a long sleeve double brush poly dress is not what you want to be wearing. But for the most part, it is a great fabric for all kinds of things. So when I first started sewing, it was double brush poly for me for pretty much everything. The one thing I don't love about double brush poly, sometimes it's really drapey, so sometimes it can cling to your body, and I don't really love it when it clings to my body. So I stick more with the with the French terry because it kind of drapes a little bit more, or with the cotton lycra, which I did not show you a cotton lycra today. Why did I not do that? So yes, so the French terry, the double brush poly, it's really thin and really flowy and super soft. Alright, I had to show you a cotton lycra. So this is a black cotton lycra, and cotton lycra is like a t-shirt material. As you can see, it's stretchy, it's got these little lines on it, really thin. Now, with cotton lycra, you have to make sure that you check out the weight of the lycra, because this is a thinner lycra. It's got a good stretch. It's a pretty, not thinner, it's a pretty common lycra, like a middleweight lycra, and then there's a heavier lycra. So this one's a little bit heavier. It doesn't have as much stretch as the regular lycra. And then there's the lighter lycra, which I don't have any with me right now, which is more of it's spandex, and that one's got a whole lot more drape and stretch. So we always want to kind of make sure that we check our weight and our stretch on our fabric. I hope this has been helpful. I know that was a lot of information. That was a lot of fabric thrown at you. Please let me know if you have any questions. If you have any fabric that you're like, what does this feel like? Maybe I can grab some and be able to show it to you on our next video. So just let me know. Comment, like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Comment below and let me know what things you want to see me do or show you for next time. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!